Good morning. It is April 2nd, and this is Miriam doing an update on my seedlings and the starts and what I'm doing to get ready for the garden season. I'm in zone 5, so it's really a little while before cole crops can go out, and a long while, probably 6 weeks before tomatoes and peppers can go out, and I probably won't do cucumbers and zucchini in the ground until maybe June 1st when the ground is really warm, unless, something changes with the temperature. But there were some questions about the actual setup that I have here, so I've just been slowly scanning up and down. This shelf is from Costco or Sam's, I can't remember which. We've been using it for easily 15 years for different things and probably 10 years for this use. Down here on the bottom is a radiator of sorts, and please pardon all my stuff. That is the heat source that rises, right? And then to the side, I have a fan there for some wind or like a breeze. And for now, because it's making a little noise, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off for the video, but I have it hung with Velcro and a utility clamp of sorts. So that's basically the setup. So let's start at the top with what's going on. And these trays are all farther away from the light than they generally are. I brought them down from their props, the cans and the yogurt cups, for the video. This tray, last time I showed you, these 2 rows were all tomatoes, and those have since been transplanted out into these trays so that each plant has its own cell. So I replanted some of these and left some of them as they were. So these little teeny tiny snapdragons and some of the herbs back there, you can see they're doing really well. This is thyme, this is sage, and that's oregano. I'm having a heck of a time getting any parsley to germinate, so I'm just going to keep trying with that. The other things that I've planted in here, a little more parsley, and then some zinnias, 2 types of zinnias for some color in the garden. This I planted, honestly, just about 2 or 3 days ago, and there isn't a whole lot going on yet, but if you look really close, you can see there's some little germination there and there. This whole tray is brassicas, so it's kohlrabi and cabbage and cauliflower and things like that, broccoli. And generally I have this is a different kind of thing that came with this burpee tray. It's like a plastic germination sheet instead of the plastic dome. And generally I leave that on until things begin to germinate, and then I remove it. On March 22nd, I started this tray. Some of you might have seen my Facebook post with the way that my mom saves seeds. These are Cherokee tomato seeds that she saved. And I'm not sure why some of these haven't germinated, but as it is, we'll have plenty from this point. And as soon as they get their first true leaves, then these will also be separated out. The ones that have more than one in each cell will get distributed. This tray, these are some basil, a Genovese basil, that big leaf basil. And then towards the back, these, you can see they're a little bit rosy in the stem. That's a ruby basil. Parsley was in these center 2 rows, and like I say, I'm just having a hard time getting that to go. And then these 2 rows are kohlrabi, and they're doing pretty good. I planted both green and purple. If we come down to the next shelf, this tray is all tomatoes, all different types of tomatoes. And as I transplanted them, it's hard with the light. There we go, that's a good picture. So there's 2 square trays in each one of these rectangular trays. And this one This first one, you can see I have the signage there, 6 of each type, major type. Those will go to my mom, which is pretty exciting. She's very excited about that. This tray, I've taken some out of here, some of the greens that I had, some of the chard, some of the kale, and put them in pots outside with a little protection on them, either netting or a bag from that oranges came in or something like that, to make sure the critters leave them alone. And way on the back side, you can see those tall ones back there are eggplants. Those are doing really well, and it's been a while since I've had a good eggplant, so a good eggplant plant. So those are doing really well. And this is more tomatoes again. These are also split out from compartments that had more than one plant, but they're doing really well. I have some hybrids and lots of heirlooms. And then down here, I just started some more herbs in this one and this one. What do I have in there? Basil, parsley, oregano, thyme, dill, cilantro. Excuse me. And I had some friends contact me that said they would like to have some plants, so I started a few more. And then this is kind of an experiment for me. I've been trying hard for a couple years to grow leeks and shallots, and I've not had great luck with either of them. So what I've done is soaked the seeds overnight. These are actually shallot seeds, but I did the leeks this same way, just soaked them overnight in warm water over just a little bit of heat. I don't want to cook them, but I want them warm. And then I drain them and just planted them, and we'll see what happens. This is a seed starting mix, so it's very lightweight. And I have the lid on loosely to just hold some heat and moisture in until they germinate. But you have to be careful when you're doing this that it's cracked a little so that you don't end up with mold. So these are the leeks I started yesterday. These shallots I'll do the same thing with today, and we'll see what happens. So there you have it, kind of seed starting clampet style. We're just using what we have, and it all looks really awesome. Leave me a comment if there's something that you want to see. Tell me what you're growing and how your things are growing. Take good care of yourself. Stay safe. Wash your hands a lot, and be good to one another. Take care.